First, the city in Florida has a growing problem. A lot of people want to live here, but there isn't enough affordable housing.
Last year, lawmakers took a major crack at the issue, and tonight, 10 Tampa Bay's Aaron Parsegian looks into how it's working and what else can be done to make sure you can live locally.
Every time we turn around, it's something else.
Like many of you right now, Rufina Capelli is seeing her community change and her cost of living spike.
But the problem is there's nowhere to go because the rents are so high or the property insurance is so high.
A common concern finally reaching ears in Tallahassee.
It doesn't matter how much money you make, you should have in Florida an affordable and safe place to live.
Last year, the legislature took a major step towards that goal. After years of diverting affordable housing funding, they signed off on the more than $700 million Live Local Act.
We view the Live Local Act as almost like Batman's utility belt. There's a gadget for everything.
State Senator Alexis Claudiude co-sponsored the sweeping change, which provides major incentives and tax breaks for developers.
Many of the programs that we created around increasing the amount of affordable rental units are focused on what we call the missing middle. They're households that make between 80 and 120% of an area's median income. We have 15,000 units in development right now.
Projects like one planned here in Largo that would redevelop this underutilized commercial land and build a whole new development that could house hundreds and hundreds of people.
Live Local really does provide an avenue to provide what I like to say is attainable housing.
Christian Yepis is the owner of Bel Air Development Group, who's working on building the more than 300-unit Largo development. 40% of that space will be workforce housing.
For people making anywhere from $40,000 to $60,000, depending on where you are.
And he says Live Local has streamlined the whole process, largely making it possible.
Certainly been one of the largest sweeping pieces of land use legislation that I've ever seen in my career. It's not to be dramatic about it, but it is truly a big deal.
A major move, but still a work in progress that some communities like Pasco County have shied away from due to a loss in tax revenue or not wanting more apartments.
I think the challenge we have to talk about is Live Local was largely focused on apartment developers.
Former state senator Jeff Brandis is now the president of the Florida Policy Project, and he says Live Local policy
Definitely nothing that's really going to move the needle on the housing crisis.
Brandis believes changes need to be made hyper-locally, and he says the state can incentivize local municipalities to get on board.
The simple truth is if we don't fix zoning, specifically single-family home zoning and commercial zoning, we don't solve the housing problem. Allow for smaller lot sizes, allow for more townhomes, those types of products where we can increase density on the existing land that we have.
It will take a full circle approach to keep nipping away at Florida's housing crisis. And while lawmakers and developers say Live Local is a major step in that right direction, the goal of living locally and affordably is one they'll keep striding towards.
We will continually fight for this issue. If we can make it better, we have to make it better. And we have no pride of being perfect. It's simply about being effective for our community.
Communities growing larger every day. Aaron Parsegian, 10 Tampa Bay.
The Live Local Act also provided funding for interest-free down payment loans. You can see those details on our free 10 Tampa Bay app.